Hey guys, this is Joe from Analog Archive, back with another video. The video today is going to be the Vinyl Tag 2024. Decided to do Stunty from Stuntrock Confusion's Vinyl Tag 2024 that he called the other Vinyl Tag. The questions just worked a little bit better with my collection, so I just kind of stuck with those. First one said to show the longest vinyl record quest that you got in 2023. Of all the records that I kind of thought about that I got this year that I've been looking for a while, this one came to mind pretty quickly, and that's The Cats. Kind of a collective, Tommy Flanagan piano, John Coltrane on tenor sax, Idris Suleiman trumpet, Kenny Burrell guitar, Doug Watkins bass, and Louis Hayes on the drums. I remember very early in collecting jazz, seeing this at a local store, and decided to just, for whatever reason, pass on it. Didn't really know a lot about the kind of phenomenal musicians that were on here, again, being an early jazz collector at the time. And earlier in 2023, I was able to find this great, this is a status pressing. It is mono though, and it came out around the same time as the original New Jazz one, so that was a big one for the year. Finally, after it's like 3.5 years or so, I was able to find that one. Second question was to show the best deal that you got in 2023. This is a one that I picked up, again, very early in the year. This is Saga of the Outlaws, Charles Tyler. I found this one in the basement at the Bob Shop. Originally, this is like about a $75 album or so, and I paid $25 for this. Really, really great condition on the vinyl, and this was actually my introduction to Charles Tyler beyond just a few sessions I heard with or him as a sideman with Albert Ayler on ESP disc. So this one was a great one, and was the best deal that I found this year. Number 3, said to show a record from a brand new artist in 2023. I'm not really very kind of aware of a lot of new artists, but there was a record that I did pick up this past year of an artist that is from where I grew up in Rochester. I've talked about her. She's been around for a few years now, but she did release this one, I believe it was last year, early in the year. This is Michaela Davis and Southern Star, the Relix Sessions. I had a chance to see this amazing kind of folk rock group in Rochester over the summer. Very unique kind of sound to it. Michaela Davis right in the middle. She plays the harp along with providing the vocals, and it's this just amazing sound, this amazing energy, and yeah, it was a really, really great show, and a lot of the songs that were on this album featured in the show as well. She did have a album that did come out this year that were essentially a lot of the same tracks that were on that Relix Sessions, but I didn't pick that one up because I did already have that. So that's she's a kind of relatively new artist, the last maybe 4 or 5 years, but this was kind of, she's really pushed herself into a larger kind of audience in the last year or so. Number 4, said to show a record people would be surprised that you got in 2023. I can't really think of any 12-inch records that I picked up this year. A lot of stuff was a lot of free jazz, a lot of like Peter Brotzman type stuff. But I did think of 7 inches, and specifically this one. This is Rasputin by Boney M. I think it's from the 70s. If I'm not mistaken, 78, yeah. I got this one at Banana Records in St. Petersburg, Florida over the summer. Been looking for this 7-inch for a while, just this great like kind of funky dance type song. Just kind yeah, an interesting one there. So that's that. For number 5, it said to show a record that you got in 2023 thanks to the VC. A lot of records I picked up. I've been kind of in, especially more of a regular conversation with Dave from VC Ambassador. He helped me kind of to develop more of an understanding of Peter Brötzmann and a lot of the releases. And this was a big one that he talked about that he had gotten. This is Nipples, Peter Brötzmann Sextet/Quartet. Was able to find this one in October of 2023. One of my favorite sessions that I've heard of Peter Brötzmann, some early material. This is, I think, his maybe third album that he put out. Great lineup: Evan Parker, tenor sax, along with Peter Brötzmann on tenor sax, Derek Bailey guitar, Fred Van Hoof piano, Bushi Nybergall bass, and Han Benek on the drums. Really, really great free jazz. So that was a huge one. Again, thanks to Dave for kind of showing me that release specifically and helped me try to kind of find this. For 6, show a record from your teens that you upgraded that you got or upgraded in 2023. I remember freshman in college, getting more into like alternative and especially like indie alternative music from like the 2000s. And one of the early artists that I kind of really was attracted to was Death Cab for Cutie. This is Plans. This is from, I think it's like 2005, 2006, somewhere in there. Just some really, really amazing songs. Soul Meets Body, Summer Skin, Someday You'll Be Loved, Your Heart is an Empty Room, I Will Follow You Into the Dark is definitely the big track, but some also kind of deeper cuts as well, like Crooked Teeth. I love that song as well. Great, again, like folk, alternative type stuff. And this takes me back to, again, freshman year of college when I first discovered this. So that was a really, really love that one. And for number 7, show a favorite record sleeve or cover that you got in 2023. Talked about this record a lot. I've had different pressings of this, but finally found a pressing that had the original cover. Green Street, Grant Green. Tough to kind of go wrong with Francis Wolff photography, Reed Miles cover design. This really hauntingly great image of Grant Green with his guitar. A really great one. So that was a big one as well for this year. For number 8, show a band you wish didn't release an album in 2023. Couldn't really think of anything for that question. So for number 9, show a record you got as a present or VCLT in 2023. Again, as I just mentioned with Dave, VC Ambassador, it wasn't VCLT or kind of any type of gift, but he did let me know about this album for sale at Autumn Records in Vermont, and they were nice enough to ship it to me. In A State of Undress, Peter Brötzmann, over the summer. This is one of the ones that was on my radar. It was a tougher one to find, and was, again, thanks to Dave for letting me know about this. So great one from 1989, features Manfred Schoof on trumpet as well as Peter Brötzmann saxophone, Jay Oliver bass, and Willie Kellers on the drums. So that was In A State of Undress. That's a great one, later FMP one for Peter Brötzmann. For number 10, name a VC channel that showed a record you were jealous of in 2023. I watched a lot of Dom Seeking a Threads videos this year, and in particular, I believe it might have been over the summer, he showed, he kind of told a story about him going to New York City and stumbling into this kind of small shop, and they had a copy of Byard Lancaster's Live at Macalester College 72. Been looking to find that album, but also a lot of other inspired Lancaster material, so that was a really big find for him. Congrats to Dom on that. Really jealous of that. For number 11, show a record you bought because of a credit or connection that isn't the main artist. This is one of my favorite spiritual albums I found this year, Journey in Satchidananda, Alice Coltrane. I know there was a Impulse like Acoustic Sounds series reissue of this. Was holding out for a original and was able to find it in Rochester this past year, 2023. Bought this mainly because of Pharoah Sanders, and this is some of the best Pharoah Sanders playing that I've heard on an album. Really dialed in. He just plays the soprano saxophone on this one, so it's a little bit different of a sound than you're used to hearing from him. And him mixed with Alice Coltrane on the harp and the piano is a very, very amazing listen. Very, a really, really great piece. I think it is a great companion to A Love Supreme, John Coltrane, kind of playing those back to back. You get just in this very meditative type kind of mood. So that was a really great one because of especially Pharoah Sanders, but also Alice Coltrane is really amazing on that as well. Number 12, an artist you hope to see a new album or reissue in 2024. It's been, I think, 6 years since this group has released an album, but similar to the Death Cab for Cutie, especially when I'm in the car, a lot of the music I listen to on my phone is like indie alternative, indie folk type stuff. And Family of the Year, this one is Goodbye Sunshine, Hello Nighttime. This is from 2018. They also have their first album was just Family of the Year, self-titled. That was from, I think, 2014, 2015. But this was, the follow-up in 2018. This was the last release they've had. I don't know the state of the band, if they are still together, if the pandemic kind of shook stuff up, and if eventually there will be an album that came out. But this was a great follow-up to the self-titled one. I find that really front to back, this is a very amazing, again, indie folk, indie alternative type album. If you like acoustic guitar just mixed with really nice vocals and just really nice harmonies, this is a great one. So this is Family of the Year, Goodbye Sunshine, Hello Nighttime. That's a great one. Love to see a release by them. And then finally, for the 13, show a band or an artist you want to investigate and listen to more in 2024. And that is Sonny Simmons. This is the only release that I have from him. This is I believe this is his second record on ESP disc from 67. Yeah, recorded in 66, came out in 67. Great partnership of him on the alto sax, with his wife Barbara Donald on the trumpet. Her trumpet playing is phenomenal. I've really heard very few albums that just have the kind of energy, the just real grit to the trumpet playing as you hear from her. So would love to find more Sonny Simmons. I want to find his first release on ESP disc, and then some of his 70s releases like on Contemporary and other labels like that. So Sonny Simmons is one of the artists I'm looking for this year in 2024. So that is the list. Those are the questions. Thank you, Stunty, for kind of putting these questions together. I always enjoyed kind of going through, tried to give a mix of things that I've had that are kind of certain types of jazz. I mean, jazz being the big thing, that was kind of what I focused on, but a few other things that kind of the new releases or the newer bands obviously weren't jazz. So that is it for this video. Please think about liking and subscribing if you have not already, and I will see you in the next vinyl video. Bye.